Hey, champagne poppers. Welcome to Champs Drink Champs. I am solo recording today because Shelby is still in Vienna. So I feel like she's been gone for so long, even though it's only been a week. This is an after dark episode. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I have some champagne popped, ready to go. And yeah, I'm actually going to light my throat chakra candle. Um, Kind of get into this. So I'm recording so late because I wasn't going to record today. And then I wasn't doing anything besides watching Jersey Shore. And I was like, I can bust this out and get it done so I don't have to do it tomorrow and be stressed about getting it done for the weekend. So yeah, I'm currently rewatching the Jersey Shore season that they go to Italy because I could not remember what they did on it. And I'm on the Jersey Shore subreddit and they would always make like comments about Italy. So I was like, I have to watch this Italy season. I don't remember it at all. And it's definitely a weird season. The meatballs, Snooki and Dina are buck ass wild on this season. Like, I don't even know how they drink so much and how they went to Jersey right after Italy. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, I'm in a weird phase of my life right now, I guess. My seasonal depression has been so bad. We are getting so much snow. If you're not in Utah, consider yourself lucky because it's been hell. Like, it's truly been hell. And I am just in the absolute biggest funk right now. And I just really need some sunshine. Like, I don't even know what to do. Tony and I are going to Denver at the end of April. And today it was like 70 degrees there and sunny. So I'm hoping that that stays because if I don't get some sun soon, I might go crazy. I have like cabin fever and yeah, I'm going crazy. So just a little check-in with me. Yeah, I feel like things have just been really weird right now. I feel like I'm going through a lot mentally that I'm not ready to share yet. Therapy has been extremely intense, and I've been having some weird problems with my leg, my blood clot leg, and I'm having like insane body memory from stuff with Gypsy because that started happening exactly a year ago. So I just kind of burst into tears at random times and I'm just not feeling myself. I know that the weather has a lot to do with it. Also, just like really diving into childhood trauma and a bunch of stuff with my dad and just kind of figuring out why I am the way that I am has been a lot. It's really been a lot. I will be completely honest and say that I am really struggling with things right now. I know that it'll get better, so I'm just keeping on, but damn, I just need like a lot of happiness in my life and one of those big things involves sunshine. So, um yeah, so last week I did go to one of our best friends, Tanya's bachelorette party. It was down in Moab. I've never been to Moab before. It was absolutely beautiful, and I definitely need to go like when it's warm and really, really explore because wow, it's really pretty down there. And for being like a Utah native, there's a lot of Utah that I have not explored, and I really like that's going to be one of my goals that I'm adding to my list this year is really just like begin to explore Utah and the surrounding places because Moab was so pretty and I wish I had more time and I wish that I had more time to explore and that the weather was nicer because it was freezing, it was snowing, and it just all around was not warm. But we had a really great time. We stayed on a beautiful winery. Everything was dead, unfortunately, but I bet when everything is in bloom, it is just absolutely stunning. So it was beautiful. We had so much fun. It was really fun to meet new people. As I get older, I get really nervous to like meet new people and make new friends. But yeah, it was really fun to spend like a whole weekend with people that I didn't know and just getting to know people, having drinks, dancing, having fun. Um, it also was my coworker's birthday this last week, and there's a bar up in Cache Valley that does karaoke on Thursday nights. I don't know what group of 30-year-olds were thinking that we could go to a karaoke night on a Thursday and wake up and go to work on Friday because I also have insane allergies right now, so sorry. Because that was a lot. But we had so much freaking fun. We sang 3 karaoke songs and it was just a blast. I need to post one of the videos because it is funny, but we just really got drunk and just danced and sang and we were so silly and it was so fun. So I really love doing these things up in Logan because I feel like it helps me just kind of find my place more up here. So overall, it was a good week, just really dealing with some, I guess, depression, anxiety, stress. Our house and our insurance situation has literally been an absolute nightmare. Tony and I are a 1-car family for 4 to 6 weeks until his truck gets finished getting fixed. They did not total it, which I still think is absolutely insane, but whatever. Yeah, both insurances would not pay for a rental car anymore. They would only pay for it for 30 days, even though they never said that that was the case when we first got the rental car. And so Tony randomly got a call one day this last week, and they were like, the rental car has to be back by 5. And we were like, wait, what? So anyways, it's just been a crazy week. So, but that's kind of where I'm at tonight. If I seem a little bit off, that's why I'm just really, really having a bad day and just like really struggling. So, but I'm going to go to the sound bath tomorrow at the yoga studio and do a great meditation with the sound bath. I'm going to get done recording this and do some yoga. And yeah, I think it will all turn around, but sometimes it's okay to just like sit in this suckiness. So if you follow us on Instagram, I posted a poll on what subject you guys wanted me to talk about. It was almost tied, but 33 things that I've learned in life did win, but I really am wanting to record a spirituality episode. So at some point, I will also do that because I've had a lot of crazy things happen in regards to spirituality in the past couple weeks. So I definitely do want to dive into that and talk about that. But for tonight, we're going to be talking about almost 33 years of life and all the things that I have learned. I came up with this episode theme because I honestly have a lot of people that are born in March in my life. Like I didn't even realize how many people. And I have really bad birthday FOMO. Like everybody whose birthday it was, they were like happy that it was their birthday, but they weren't like overly happy, like let's get in the birthday mode. And I was just feeling so sad for them. I'm like, wow, we really need to be like celebrating your birthday. And sorry, I'm looking over to the side because that's where I am in my camera, but let me move. There we go. That way I'm not looking to the side. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, everybody just wasn't as birthday happy as I wanted them to be. And so it just gave me like some severe birthday FOMO because I really want it to be my birthday. I feel like that and sunshine are the things that I need. So, that's how I came up with this episode because I'm very excited for my birthday. And yeah, I can't believe I'm going to be turning 33. I feel so old, but then I don't feel old at the same time. Like it's just a really weird phase today. Tony and I were running some errands and Old Navy has a super cute like pullover sweater that's like a half zip. That's a dupe for a Lululemon one that I've been wanting for so long, but the Lululemon one is so expensive. And I saw this on TikTok and I was like, oh my God, I have to go to Old Navy and get this. Of course they were out because it's on TikTok. And was I going? Oh, and I don't know how to dress. So I posted on my Instagram story today, like where women in their 30s get clothes because I truly have no idea. Like I wear yoga clothes a lot and I wear scrubs for work, but outside of that, I don't know how to dress. And that showed the other night when I went to the bar and I was trying to find something to wear. And I was like, what the hell do women my age wear? Like I'm so confused by it. So I feel like I'm just really in this weird phase of like, I don't know how to dress, how to act. Like, I don't know. I feel like your 30s, like your early 30s are just this weird transitional phase. So yeah, I can't believe I'm going to be turning 33 in August. Very exciting because I actually don't mind getting older. I don't mind telling people my age, but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird place. I also am getting my nails done on Thursday. Can't wait to get rid of this green. That's just a side note. Okay, so let's get into the list. Sorry, I get very distracted when I am recording alone because I feel like there's like nobody to bounce off of. So I feel like I have to like fill all this time with just words. So I'm going to try not to get distracted, but take a sip of champagne. All right. Number one, go with the flow. Life never goes as planned. If you just learn to kind of go with the flow and allow things to just happen, things will happen the way that they're supposed to happen. Never in my life did I ever expect to be a yoga teacher. Never, ever, ever. Or like all the amazing opportunities that being a yoga teacher has brought me. If I didn't just go with the flow, follow my intuition and just let things happen, I would never be at this stage of life. So I think that that's a really important thing is learn to go with the flow. And you don't always have to have a plan for everything and just kind of follow where the universe is leading you. Number two is actually something that we talked about in therapy this last week. And it was anxiety is not always a weakness. It can be a superpower, which when my therapist told me that, I was like, you're fucking insane. Like that is anxiety is not a superpower. And we really broke it down with this whole like situation with our car, because in any big situation, in any situation really, but especially big situations, I have to have a plan for everything. So a lot of my anxiety comes from always like having a plan. Like when our carport fell and we like got a rental car, started the whole process, I was like, okay, great, like this is working out. But what if it doesn't? What are the things that can go wrong? So then I can have a plan for them. So I'll literally like keep myself up at night or like cause like anxiety stomach aches because I'm so stressed over making a plan for things that may not even happen. But in this case, after Tony got the call and he was like freaking out, and he calls me and he's like, this is what's happening. And I was like, okay, let's just calm down. This is what we're going to do. Like, I already have a plan if this happens. And I was completely calm, cool, collected, calmed Tony down. And I was like, it's going to suck being a one-car family for 4 to 6 weeks because our schedules are so crazy, but we're just going to have to figure it out. Like, this is what we're going to do. So in ways like that, my anxiety is not a weakness. And you can use it as a superpower. He also told me that he, as in my therapist, is that anxiety means that something is important to you. So my anxiety with death or my anxiety about like getting another blood clot or about getting sick means that like my life and the people in my life are so important to me. And I can't keep attacking my anxiety because it's showing me how important life is and how important people are to me. So it was a very, very interesting conversation to kind of reframe the anxiety in my mind of that it's not always a weakness. There are for sure times that it is a weakness and that I literally like can barely function, but there are a lot of ways that it can be a superpower. So that's just a little bit of an interesting thought to think about of like, maybe we can reframe this a tiny little bit. Number three, this one's kind of silly, but I started scraping my tongue when I like I saw a TikTok or something about scraping your tongue. So I bought just like a tongue scraper off of Amazon. It literally changes my life. Like if you're not scraping your tongue, you can literally drive to TJ Maxx and they always have tongue scrapers for like $3. And you just do it. I do it every single night after I brush my teeth. And the stuff that comes off of your tongue is absolutely disgusting. And I brush my tongue every morning, every night, and still scraping it. It's disgusting what comes off of your tongue. So scraping your tongue and always floss your teeth. Oral health is so important. I just had a dentist appointment this last week. Your girl has no cavities. Like, oral health is extremely important. And I just don't think I ever realized how important it really is. So pay attention to that. Along those lines, number 4, living a healthy life is the best thing that you can do for yourself. If you're having weird symptoms, I know that we've talked about this a lot, but get your hormones checked, eat healthier foods, move your body, drink your water, and take care of yourself mentally and express your gratitude. So these are all things about living a healthy life. And I am telling you, speaking from so much of experience, I cannot stress this enough. Once you start to take care of yourself mentally and physically, life begins to change for you. I'm not talking about you have to be super skinny or whatever. Just take care of yourself mentally and physically. It will change your life 100%. Number 5, going along the same lines, you are more than a number on the scale. So it is important to keep your body healthy, but you don't need to focus so much on what you weigh. Just like our episode of Jordan Syatt, how he explained, like, it is good to be aware of the fluctuations in your weight. And that goes along with keeping a healthy lifestyle. It's just being aware of the things that your body is doing. This is the biggest thing that I teach in yoga. I am constantly reminding you to check in with your body and just getting comfortable with the things in your body, getting comfortable with your right side and your left side, noticing what differences when you're in certain stretches, notice where you feel stretching, like just being aware of your body, but you don't have to focus on the number on the scale. So, number 6, you get to decide who you are. Don't let your family, friends, spouse, members of a church tell you who you should be. Listen to your voice above all others. With the spirituality stuff, I have 4 people in my life right now that are transitioning away from the LDS church. And we've had very good, deep conversations that are so interesting. And the biggest reason why people are leaving the church right now is because they don't have freedom to choose who they want to be. They don't have the freedom to choose to drink alcohol. Well, obviously they do, but they get looked down upon, or they can't have certain quote unquote blessings if they do things like drink alcohol or, drink coffee, whatever it may be that they're dealing with. So listen to your voice above all other voices. And you are in charge of your life. You are in charge of who you want to be, and you get to decide that. And I think that that's kind of exciting. So number 7, don't let your age define you. Again, I'm not somebody who focuses a lot on the number that you are. I think getting older and growing up is wonderful. And you're never too old to start anything. So if you're 40, 45 years old and you decide you want to go back to school, or you decide you want to do something, like, you're never too old to do that. So, and I guess maybe 33 isn't too old to wear crop tops, but that's just not my jam. So, number 8, this is something that I've really been trying to do a lot. Compliment people, and really sincerely mean the compliments. And compliment more than just how somebody looks. Like, oh, I like your sweater today. Oh, your hair looks pretty today. Like, go a little bit above and beyond that and be like, I really like your laugh, or, I really like how you did this, or whatever. There is truly, as I've been doing this, I try to compliment at least one person a day of something other than their looks. As you do this, you start to see people just really light up when you compliment them. And it's a really, really wonderful thing to see, because I feel like ever since COVID, we've really just lost that deep human connection, because it was almost like we were afraid to be with people or be around people. There's like this weird thing, this weird mental shift that came along with COVID, that we just don't have connection anymore. And complimenting people is such a wonderful way to get that connection back with humans and get that connection back with people. So I really do like challenge you to try and just compliment people for random things. And yeah, if you are able to go beyond looks, do that. If you only can do looks, that's great. Just give a compliment and sincerely mean it. And with that being said, number 9 is also say thank you to people. This is another thing that I have been doing recently, saying thank you to everybody. Like even Tony, when he does something, like he's been so great dealing with all this insurance stuff. And I have told him thank you multiple times because I'll be stressing about it. And I'll like text him or ask him like, hey, did this get figured out? And he'll be like, oh yeah, I've already done this. And it's like, oh, thank you so much. And just, thanking people for anything. Thank your coworkers, thank people around you, thank people at the grocery store. Like just saying thank you can go such a long way. Sorry, I have insane allergies. And so it's like it all sits in my throat with my allergies. Okay, number 10, make friends that turn into your family. There's nothing more special than creating a family of friends. I have the absolute greatest friends right now, and they really are my family. Their kids are my nieces and nephews. Like they really mean so much to me. And a friendship that feels like a family goes way deeper than just like that superficial layer of friends. So yeah, turn your friends into their family because in a way, they kind of are your family. In some cases, you spend more time with them than you do your actual family. So treat them like family. Number 11, stick to your boundaries and always change and work on boundaries. So this is going to be a whole episode topic, but your boundaries don't have to stay super strict forever. They can change, they go through ebbs and flows. And so I've learned so much about boundaries throughout my life, and they're constantly changing for me. So number 12, spend money on experiences, not things. You can replace things, but you can't replace experiences. This is something that Tony and I started doing a few Christmases ago. Our Christmas gifts to each other have been either a bunch of little experiences or one big experience, like a trip or something. And it has been so much more rewarding to have experiences rather than just buying each other things because it's Christmas. So I cannot stress enough to spend money on experiences rather than things, because things get old. You want to give things away, you want to throw things away, but you can't replace experiences. Let me take a drink of champagne. Okay, number 13. This is another one that I'm working through in therapy. Learn to accept apologies that you will never receive. This one is such a hard lesson, but it is so important. There will be times throughout your life that you desperately need an apology, and it just won't happen. So you just have to learn to accept the apologies that you'll never receive. Number 14, therapy is 1000% a need. I am a firm believer that every single person on this planet needs to go to therapy at least once in their life. I had no clue, and I've been going to therapy for almost 10 years. I had no clue how much I needed therapy until these last few months that I switched therapists and went to a new therapist and learned so many things about me. And it's important. Like, it is important. I 1000% think it's a need, not a want. And if you are questioning therapy, please find a therapist and give it a shot, because I promise you, even though it is some of the hardest work you'll ever do, it is the most rewarding work ever. Number 15, grow your mind, never stop learning. The power of intelligence is unmatched. Number 16, fall in love over and over and over again. Fall in love with people, places, things, animals, experiences. Falling in love and being in love with things is the most beautiful thing on this entire planet. And I don't just mean like with your spouse or your partner, whatever, like falling in love with a sweater, falling in love with your dog, like your car, whatever it is, just having that gift of love in your life is absolutely beautiful. Number 17, your past is a part of you. You can let your past version either destroy you or you can allow it to build you up. The choice is entirely up to you. Number 18. So this one is a quote that I saw when I was in middle school, and I love having friends. I love people. I'm a very big people person. And there was people in school that just didn't like me, and it really hurt my feelings. And one day I was like figuring out my MySpace profile. I was probably in 9th grade, and those like little sticker things that you would have put all over your MySpace profile. And I saw this quote, and it said, "You could be the juiciest peach around, but there is still going to be someone who hates peaches." And it really has stuck with me my entire life is that everybody doesn't have to like you. And it doesn't matter how great you are. There are going to be people that just don't like you. And they don't even have to have a reason that they don't like you. And that's okay. Don't let it get to you. Just be the best version of you that you can be. And that's okay if people don't like you. Number 19, having wine and giggling with your friends or family outdoors is top-notch self-care. If you've never done this before, do it. You don't even have to have wine, have a drink outside, just be out in nature. The most deepest and best therapeutic conversations have happened on a porch over a glass of wine, and that's my all-time favorite thing on this planet. Number 20, travel. Immerse yourself in other places. Find the hole in the wall bars, experience different cultures, just go and travel. I know that there's people out there who hate traveling. I think y'all are crazy, but to each their own. I think traveling is such an important part of life, and not just traveling to go to all the tourist destinations, like really immerse yourself in the place that you're at. Find the little things that people don't know about. Tony and I, like, I love vacationing with Tony because we just explore the whole time. Like, I am so excited. I'm taking him to Colorado for his birthday. He's always wanted to go to Denver, and I am so freaking stoked to just explore Colorado and just find really cool things. So traveling is 1,000% a need for me as well. And yeah, if you're not a traveler, I don't know. I guess number 20 doesn't apply to you, but number 21, be kind. There's not enough kindness in the world. Be that kind person. You won't ever regret being nice. My mom always taught me to be the kindest person in the room, and I definitely have had my flaws and my slip-ups with that, but overall, kindness is a huge quality to me. This also goes with kind to yourself. Don't just be kind with other people. Be kind to yourself, because that will make all the difference in your life as well. Number 22, people are entitled to their opinions. Don't try and change it for them. Sometimes it's just best to agree to disagree. Especially these last couple of years, everybody has an opinion about who the president is, about COVID, about X, Y, and Z. There's no point in arguing. When people have their opinion, they're not going to change. So don't argue with people about their opinion. It's okay to have different opinions. If everybody had the same opinion, this life would be very different and very boring. So just agree to disagree, and let's move on. Number 23, romanticize life. So Pamela Anderson started this weekly newsletter, and this actually came from her newsletter. She talks about romanticizing life, and everything that she does in her life, she tries to romanticize, whether it's making dinner or watching TV or cleaning her house, like finding that beautiful romantic part of just the everyday mundane things can really change your life. So this has also been something that I've been trying to do. And as I started doing it, it's been something that I always kind of have done. But yeah, rewatching Jersey Shore, I'll get in cozy clothes. I'll have my heated blanket, have my favorite pillow on the couch. And it just is fun to laugh and just be cozy. And that's super romantic. And that's just something I do with myself. Tony hates Jersey Shore. He's not going to watch it with me. And so it's totally something that I just do for me and with me. And it's very romantic and beautiful and lovey and flowy. So yeah, I challenge you to try that as well. Number 24, practice gratitude. I know I mentioned this above, but it is so important. I practice gratitude all day, and I think that everybody should do that as well, because it really will change your life. This is maybe just turning into a list of things that change your life, but it's whatever. 25, starting is the only way to make progress. I love this one because you just have to start. Just start doing things and you're going to make progress. Like, plain and simple as that. Number 26, sometimes you just have to embrace the suck and not try to fix it. This I actually learned the other day at the ketamine clinic. I was in the room with a patient and she was having a really rough treatment. And I sat in there for almost her entire treatment and just let her talk. And she kept saying over and over and over again, life just sucks. I just want to fix it. Life is hard. I just want to fix it. And finally, once she started like coming to, I said, and we were like holding hands. I was holding her hand and I said, it's okay to just say that life sucks and that you don't know how to fix it right this second. Like, just allow yourself to sit in the suck without trying to figure out how you're going to fix it for just a second, just for even the rest of the day into tomorrow, just a full 24 hours, just let yourself sit in the suck. And that really hit me. And I don't even know where that came from out of my mouth, but it did. And I like walked out of the room and I was like, shit, that was some good advice. Like, we just don't let ourselves sit in the suckiness. And I'm not meaning forever, but just something small like 24 hours, like sit on your couch and cry, or cry in your therapist's office, or call your mom on the phone and cry on the phone to her. Like, just let yourself sit and acknowledge that life is hard and that life sometimes sucks. And sometimes you don't have the answers to figure it out. And it's okay to just say that it sucks and have that be the end of the sentence. Not it sucks and I need to try to find a way to fix this. Let's try and figure out a way to fix this after we've slept on it and whatever. Sometimes your brain just needs you to say, yes, this sucks, and just acknowledge that it's hard and that it sucks. Number 27, this is also kind of one that I've already said, but your past does not determine your future. So yeah, that goes along with your past does not, say who you are, but it does not have to determine your future. You are in control of your future, and you can use that past version of you to build you up, or it can tear you down. You can make a better future for yourself, or you cannot. So the choice is entirely up to you. Number 28, allow yourself to be spontaneous. Again, I don't think there's enough spontaneity in the world. I am very spontaneous, sometimes to a fault, but those are some of my best life memories when I do things spontaneously. Number 29, read more books. If you're not a reader, you should try reading, because as much fun as watching TV is, I'm a huge TV person. I love watching TV. I love watching movies. Books are so much better because they can take you to a completely different world. And yeah, reading books, listening to books on Audible, whatever, whole different life, whole different ball game. Number 30, it's okay to end friendships. This is such a hard one for me that I will probably continue to struggle and live my entire life. I hate ending friendships. I hate it. It's necessary and it's okay. It's okay to grow apart from somebody. As hard as it is, as much as it sucks, it's okay. Number 31, no is a full sentence. Doesn't have to be no, but blah, blah, blah. You can just say no. Again, a hard one for me, working on it. Number 32, wow, we've really flew through this list. Number 32, it's okay to be lazy sometimes. I am a person that always likes to go, 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 go all the time. And I hate just like sitting down and doing nothing. it's okay and it is necessary to just do nothing. Today, I was feeling super overwhelmed. I was feeling super sad, feeling so sad that we're supposed to get 6 to 12 freaking inches of snow tomorrow. And I literally just sat on my couch and stared out the window for like 25 to 30 minutes. Nothing, just did absolutely nothing. And that is my version of laziness, whatever lazy looks like to you, because there's 50 other things that I could be doing, but I needed like that complete mental break, mental whatever in that moment. And it's okay to not be doing something 24/7. It's okay to be lazy. Number 33, the last one. Life is extremely short. Again, cannot believe I've lived almost 33 years. That is insane to me. My life feels so short. And Tony and I were talking before bed the other night, and I don't even know how we got on this subject, but I was like, isn't it so weird to think that our parents had a full life before us? And if we ever decide to have kids, like our kids will never know this life that we're living right now. They will never know this version of us. And that's so weird to me. Like, I will never know the teenage version of my mom. I will never know my dad as he was younger. And same as like Tony's parents, I'll never know who they were before like they had kids or growing up or any of that. You can hear stories, but stories are so different than actually knowing somebody. And it's just so crazy to me to look back on life and be like, life is so beautiful. Life is so great. And it goes by so fast. Like it seems like it's so long and like time just drags on and on and on. But you just look back and you're like, oh my God, where did this go? Like my sister just texted the other day that my niece is like almost done with kindergarten. And my other sister's like, yeah, Mason's almost done too, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, weren't these kids just born yesterday? Like, how are they already done with kindergarten in a month and a half? Like, I don't understand where life goes. And so I'm going to start getting emotional because like shit like this makes me so emotional, but it really is so true. Like life just goes by so fast. It's so short, and just embrace it, experience it, love it, be grateful for it, because it really will be over before you know it. And as you're laying on your deathbed in however many years, I would hate to look back on my life and be like, man, I really wish I did this, or I really wish I experienced this. I just love life, and I just think it's unfair how short it is. So anyways, that is my list. I am also going, so I posted a link of questions and I got a few of those. I actually haven't even opened them yet. So we're going to open them live and answer them as we go. So grab your champagne, grab a glass, and let's dive in. Okay, the first one. What is the hottest sport? Ooh, that's a tough one. The hottest sport with like the hottest guys. There's not a lot of context to this question, but I'm a big football girl. I love football. So I would say probably football be the hottest sport for like a sport. And a lot of quarterbacks on teams are pretty hot too. So we're going to go with football. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ouch, jam my finger. How big of a nerd are you 1 to 10? Good one. You know, define nerd though. I guess I need more context to these questions. I would say I'm pretty nerdy. So I'm going to give myself a 6 or a 7. We'll go with that without defining what a nerd is. Okay, who's your worst enemy? You know what? Morgan Wallen. It's my worst enemy. I don't understand this Morgan Wallen situation that's happening right now. He doesn't even have a good voice. His songs are not good. They're very annoying. I cannot stand mullets, and I do not understand this Morgan Wallen craze going on right now. I would for sure have to say he's my biggest enemy right now, because we are losing the magic of country with people like Morgan Wallen. If you're a Morgan Wallen fan, sorry, not sorry. I think he sucks and I don't get it. And nobody should have a mullet. They're gross and weird. Okay, What embarrassing and terrible things did Tanya do at her bachelorette party? Well, I know that this is Tanya, and I would say nothing. I would say it was a great time. I definitely do have a picture of you and I in a mirror, and you have no clothes on. So, I mean, you have underwear and a bra on, but yeah, I don't think you did anything embarrassing. So I think it was a good time. That's a funny one. Okay. Ooh, what are your hopes and dreams for the next 5 years? This is a great question. My hopes and dreams. I hope and dream to have an Airbnb somewhere in the next 5 years. And I hope and pray that I figure out what I want to do like for my career, for my life. So I would hope that I'm almost done with college in 5 years. I would love to have a yoga studio or a plan for a yoga studio in the next 5 years. And I would love to be debt free in 5 years. So like our house paid off, any cars we have paid off, that would be wonderful. 3 more. Who was your crush in middle school? LMAO. Middle school, so I had a boyfriend all through middle school, so he would be considered to be my crush. But as for celebrities, I was a giant Ashton Kutcher fan. I had all of the Miss Kutcher things. I had a purse, I had underwear, I had a sweatband, I had a t-shirt. I loved Ashton Kutcher so much. So he was for sure my crush all through middle school. I watched that 70s show religiously. Dude, Where's My Car was my favorite movie. I watched Punk'd all the time. Like I was obsessed with Ashton Kutcher. And I'm very shocked actually now saying this all out loud that my mom allowed me to have underwear that had I Love Ashton all over them. That was an interesting choice, but do you guys remember those like purses? They were like the little kind of bucket purses and they had like the Von Dutch logo on the front, but it said Miss whatever. They had like Miss Timberlake, Miss Kutcher, Miss whatever. Like they had a bunch of celebrities' last names on them. That's the purse that I had that said Miss Kutcher, and I would wear it with my black I Love Ashton shirt with hot pink cargo pants and like those thick ass soda flip-flops. That was a vibe that I wish would come back because damn, that was legit. So middle school crush. Next one, who's your best friend? I think it's obvious who it is, but no, I have a lot of best friends in my life. Shelby and my sisters are definitely like up there, and yeah, I have a lot of best friends. Honestly, if you're my friend, you're one of my best friends. And that's just how I've always kind of looked at life is I really get close with my friends. So last one, this is cute. It didn't end. Do you love your life? I think that I have made it very clear that I love my life very much. So yes, even though it has been stressful, even though I am extremely sick of the snow, I love my life right now. And I think it's just wonderful time. I love being in my 30s. I feel like my 20s were a lot of learning, a lot of challenges. And as I got into my 30s, it was more of like a stable ground, stable relationships, stable house, stable jobs, stable finances. Like, I just feel like I'm in a very good place in my life, even though it is very hard right now. It's really great. So anyways, thanks for all the questions. Those are really good questions. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Shelby will be back next week, and we can hear all about her life in Vienna. I've hardly talked to her, to be honest, so I'm very excited to hear about it. It's very hard when she's in Europe and I'm in America because the time zones are so different, and she was so busy with work. And so, yeah, I've barely heard from her. So very excited to hear all about her trip. So make sure that you're following us on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram at Champs Drink Champs Podcast and TikTok Champs Drink Champs Pod. And please share with a friend. We really do appreciate that. And we also appreciate 5 stars and reviews. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.